Tak dobrý večer, přátelé, dobrý večer. Máme zhruba za 10:09, takže si myslím, že to dneska nebude nějak extra dlouhý a bude to dneska spíš jakože návrat do diska a do nějakého připomenutí si, co, jak tady, kde co, proč funguje a nefunguje a budeme tady stejně zmatený jako ten náš detektiv. Tak, každopádně jsme si to tady uložili, tady jsme nepořídili vůbec. Tam stojí ten týpek na té bráně a nechce nás nechat projít. A tady byl ten nějaký jakože rasista, šmejt. Co tady byl tady ten? My jsme si to tady nějak uložili, že jsem tady měl totiž šanci nějak... Na nějaký přesvědčování, jo. Takže tady to máme teďka savenutý. Takže teďka si můžeme zkusit dát nějaký, když tak safe loady, aby nám to vyšlo nebo nevyšlo. Donuť ho říct, co jí. On tady vlastně, jo, tady vlastně to bylo něco o té říčce, že jo. My jsme tady vlastně uprostřed toho nějakého řešení, že tady někdo pašuje ty nějaký věci na ty drogy, nebo něco takového. My jsme se tam o ty ženský potom třeba dozvěděli něco víc. Takže... to zkusíme.
The main thing is to not overdo it, even when you're trying to scare someone. The most important thing is, how does it look on your resume?
Tak zkusíme párkrát.
Looking for something?
The main thing is to not...
Looking for something?
Men like this
Tak.
only respect two things, strength and fear.
Ukažte mi do prdele její nákladák hned teď. Nákladák té řidičky, kde je?
Fuck you, I told you. I'm not gonna...
There. His voice grows smaller as yours.
Ne. Zavřu vás docela s obřím kyptem. Já tady vám prdel svým kypským, slyšíte mě? Mhm. Buď to tohle sto. Nebo možná tohle sto.
Look, fuck you, man. It's some lorry down there. Green, banged up thing. I don't fucking know who she is.
When did she go away?
I don't know. I don't even know her name. She just rolls with the fleet and acts like a big shot. Some dyke, probably. I haven't even seen her for days.
Kde přesně je její nákladňák?
Past the monument. Down there. The Green Temple. Now, leave me the fuck alone, okay?
A small temple by the monument. Green. Let's get into that lorry.
OK. Tohle? Myslím, že tohle.
This screen found, A to Z, contemporaire, is parked in the shadow of the ruins looming overhead. It's seen better days.
This must be the one he told us about, unless he was lying.
Zkusíme tam nakouknout.
The glass on the side windows is tinted and covered with dust. You can barely make out the shape of the seat and two steering levers.
Vezmeme za kliku.
The door is locked. The handle looks shiny, like it's recently replaced. There's no pick in this lock. The owner has put special care into it. It's a recessed design.
Jak to otevřeme, Kime?
Use the pry bar to smash the window. Open it from the inside.
Fakt, rozbít?
This has been hard enough. No need to make it any harder.
My jsme tak k ničemu. Je prostě nedokážeme rozbít okno ani páčidlem. Aha, toto vybavení, ona se nám zdvihne, budeme mít možná nějakých 13, když si nasadíme, OK. Vezmeme ho do ruky.
This screen found, A to Z, contemporaire, is parked in the shadow of the ruins looming overhead. It's seen better days.
To se to teda vylepšilo. No, tak do toho třískneme. Ono nám to nafackuje zpátky. Zjistíme, že to nedokážeme. Schválně.
Pry bar in hand, you take a hard swing at the window. A loud thunk rings out and the pry bar bounces back, leaving a tiny spider web on the glass. Looks like the window might be shatterproof. You may have to rethink your approach.
Vypadá to, že to okno je nerozbitné. Vážně? Pláchneme do toho znovu.
Another futile thunk sounds in the brisk coastal air.
This has been hard enough. No need to make it any harder.
Poručík si o toho vezme páčidlo a gestem ti naznačí, abys ustoupil. Pak s krátkým varováním.
He smashes it into the window. Droplets of glass fly everywhere, shattering over the lorry floor and pavement. You can just reach in now.
Ach jo.
It went better than I expected. Open it from the inside.
The smell of cigarettes and perfume welcomes you. The cabin inside is plastered with old movie posters. Actresses smile from the walls. There's a radio transmitter in the front and a toolbox tucked under the driver's seat. Some tools lie scattered near the pedals.
Obdivovat plakáty.
These are movie posters featuring starlets from long-forgotten films from the 20s, the teens, even the 90s of the last century. One of them particularly catches your eye, a centerfold of an ingenue attached right above the back seat. There's definitely perfume in the air. It's spicy, with a hint of amberette, wafting through the bitter air of the cabin.
Zastav se a zamysli se, co je to za vůni.
The remnants of a sweet juniper-scented perfume, probably grenade number 5.
jako. OK. Místo Chanel number 5 tady máme granát. Číslo 5. Tak, prostudujeme obrázek.
The actress is draped in a sheathed dress, one of her shoulders bared. The faded remains of an autograph run across the poster. She's looking past the camera. Wait, doesn't she resemble someone you know? But you can't put your finger on whom exactly. This is Tijon, a starlet from the dawn of cinematography, less known for her talent than her tragic, untimely death. She wasted away in a drug den called the Door to the River, not far from here, on Boogie Street, a mixture of cocaine and morphine. She was afraid of the world and the camera, too. The actresses and the rear actor all smile you a warm goodbye. A radio transmitter is attached to the dashboard and a toolbox sits under the driver's seat. Looks like the frequency dial is absent. It requires a key to work, but the key has been removed, likely by the missing lady driver.
Strange. There are so many radio stations saved here. Must be over 100 at least.
A co to rychlý blázní FM? Je to jedna z zachráněných stanic? Proč by někdo potřeboval tolik radiových stanic? Můžeme s tím radiem něco udělat?
No, that's on 78.9. What? I happen to have committed the frequency to memory. I have no problem admitting that. For contacting an entire fleet of lorrymen, for example. This is all shortwave, UW and UKV. Looks like we are dealing with an impressive organizational tool. The nerve center of a huge operation, with quite a range too.
A 20-kilometer radius at least, perhaps extended by an attachable antenna that's not here right now.
Můžeme s tím radiem něco udělat?
Doesn't look like it. It's completely inoperable without a dial key.
Co tu ještě máme?
Of 1,000 cigarettes, some dead actresses, and a rusty old toolbox under the seat.
Pedály.
You wedge yourself under the steering wheel to get a better look. Seems like the few tools lying around here, a hammer, a pair of pliers, a rusty wrench, have been casually thrown there by the disorganized driver. But one odd detail does catch your eye. A piece of sandpaper has been glued to the throttle. Sandpaper adds extra grip.
Vypadá to, že se řidič přilepil na plynový pedál kousek smirkového papíru, aby měl větší přilnavost.
Sandpaper? A novel technique?
Pravda, my jsme tam našli tu nějakou divnou stopu. Směrkový papír by také odral, no.
Yes.
Jedna ze stop na místě činu má drobnou odchylku. Jedna podrážka je hladší než ta druhá.
Which means that the missing lady driver was present at the lynching.
Taky na ní sedí ten obchod s drogami, to se hodí. Nejdřív pašování drog a teď tohle, jak hluboko tahle králičí nora bete. Žena. Má vždycky něco za lubem.
We've identified one of the footprints, but there are still 7 to go.
The movie stars are still smiling from the walls. There's a radio transmitter in the front and a pull-out toolbox tucked under the driver's seat. Some tools lie scattered. A metallic drawer slides out from the seat. It's empty, except for a folded newspaper.
Co pak je v těch novinách?
It's an issue of Periferik from last Wednesday. A piece of paper falls out from its pages.
Z minulý středy? Z časopisu náhle vypadne kus papíru. Co pak v něm je?
It looks like an article ripped out from a radio enthusiast magazine. Complex mathematical equations explain the basics of something called the Ulan frequency system.
The Ulan frequency system? I've never heard of that before. I know of FM, AM, UKV, but...
The pull-out toolkit slides back into its nest. The rest is as it was. Radio, posters, a trace of motor oil smell under all the cigarettes. Looks like the frequency...
Strange. There are so many radio stations saved here. Must be over 100 at least.
Můžeme něco s tím papírkem?
The
Asi ne.
smell of 1,000 cigarettes. Some dead... You close the rusty old lorry door.
Great. I think we got everything. A word, detective? Before we return to Joyce?
Nemůžeme si teďka uložit hru?
Lonesome, long way home. Here we go. Home awaits. Walk past Station 41 and through the market, past the Boogie Street spearhead to the other side of the lake, the frozen eye at the center of the district. Then past the video rental store on the corner. There, at the end of a street lined with pine trees, a small house no larger than a matchbox. 11 Voyager Road. You no longer live there. Those times are gone. And so are those people. Why did you come here? Why are you still here? And where's the dealer? You have to get back to work. That's all you have now.
Dobře. Tak, teďka tohle ať se nám řeší. -1 logika, -1 autorita. Tohle to jsou všechno mínusy, tohle to nechci, tohle to taky nechci. Tohle to taky nechci. Tak si s ním pokecáme, co nám chce.
All right, we've finished here. Let's quickly debrief and go over what we found, so we don't do it in front of the company rep.
Ok, vypadá to jako něco, co by policie měla dělat. Co si o tom vypadá to jako něco, co by policie měla dělat. Co si o tom všem myslíte, Kime? Myslím, že není o čem diskutovat.
Honestly, I'm quite worried by what we've seen so far. The evidence seems to point to a rather extensive and well-organized operation. I'm especially intrigued by that radio transmitter, particularly the sheer number of stations it can connect. Looks like this alleged drug trade casts a wide net.
This means it's well funded. Technology like that, a major player must be financing it.
I'm not sure what the Ulan frequencies are all about, but they may hold some significance. Perhaps it's a better way to connect between fleets while avoiding frequency bleed, or maybe it's used to tap into RCM networks.
A co ty filmové plakaty? Jak do toho všeho zapadají?
As elegant as they are, I don't think they are relevant to the drug trade.
Don't be fooled. Desire always plays a role.
Je tam hodně žen, obzvlášť na kabinu řidičky, možná je ten obchodník nějaký kinofilm. Mohlo by do toho být zapojen filmový průmysl?
Yes, well,
Tak si myslíte, že to souvisí s
we
odborem?
didn't find anything conclusive linking them to the smuggling operation. But somehow, I doubt that Everard Clare would be oblivious to something like this happening right under his nose. My suggestion is, we use it against the Union in any way we can, to our own ends. It's a slippery hill, but we just might be able to pin them down, indirectly, down the road.
In short, this is a future angle. Possibly a good one.
We should return to the murder case, see what Joyce tells us about the lynching. When we are done for the day, I call my station and suggest our narcotics department look into it. There are more than enough grounds to start an official investigation, sometime later when we are done here. We do not want to get caught in that. The fact that one hasn't started already gives me pause. An investigation, I mean. Especially if the Madrid grouping is involved, and I can't imagine they aren't. It's certainly worrisome. All the same, I don't like the idea of internal affairs descending on the matter. That won't help anyone either. Debrief over. After you.
Dobře. Podej zprávu Joyce. Joyce byla... To byla ta ženská u té lodě, nebo ne? Proč nevidím tu mapu zase? Jsme ji tady jednou měli a najednou ji už nemáme. Proč to nefunguje? To ovládání je nějaký... Proč se vracíš? Já chci tady na tu Joyce jít. Pak musím jakože... Legendární obtížnost, aha. A prostě tu mapu mi to neukáže. A už nám jí to jednou ukázalo. Teoreticky bychom mohli jít chrnět. Tak chvilku, co mi chceš?
I saw you poking around in Lady Driver's lorry. She in trouble?
Ne, nemá žádné potíže, bude v pořádku. Probíhá vyšetřování? Promiňte, kamaráde, nemohu vám prozradit fakta týkající se o... Zkusíme na rovinu.
Nah, man. I was telling you the truth. I really didn't think it'd be her. She's okay. Sort of troubled, but still. A nice person.
So that's what that emotion was before. It was wishful thinking.
What else do you know about her?
Nothing. We just talked a bit. About life and stuff. She left me a key so I can park a lawyer if the jam broke. So, she in trouble or what?
Probíhá vyšetřování.
It's that bad. Man, what should I do? What should I do to help her?
Nepotřebujeme od vás nic, nebojte. No, poslední věc je ta, že nepotřebujeme, aby se do toho zapojilo ještě víc civilistů.
Yeah, maybe I should just keep my head down and work on my rhymes while I can.
Co chystáte skládat?
Oh, you know. Tommy Leham's gonna be a musician. Sprechgesang, but with beats. I've got a lot of free time on the road to hone my craft.
The correct grammar is Tommy Lahom.
Tommy Lam was taken. My real name's Jerry Lafitte. Tommy's way better.
The man taps his fingers rhythmically against his arm.
8% šance. Hrozivá obtížnost. Tady tu hrozivou obtížnost, co vidíte v jeho očích? Hrozivá obtížnost tady je zase vysoká. Je to básník, předveďte mu své nejlepší verše. Ale je to 72% a k mý smůle to nevyjde, že jo?
Your best verse? You don't even have a bad verse in here. Just tumbleweed and liquor stains. Wait, no. What are you doing?
That's brutal, man. But you know, time will...
No, stop. He's already mortified.
That's,
Ale no tak.
In the name of God, what are you doing?
Už někdy nebudu jako dřív, ono je to pořád, kašlu na ten případ, kašlu na všechno, totální ztráta času. Se můžeme zase sesypat úplně. Není to doopravdy, hoši, nejsou to moje skutečné myšlenky, je to jen báseň.
yeah, I get that, and it's cool, but... Yeah, I get it. These are your rhymes, they're from your life. Doesn't matter if they're robust, they're honest. So, thanks, man.
He's not lying. He liked the end.
Yes, and I also thank you for stopping. We have a drug investigation to return to. How about we do that?
Tak jsme přišli o tyhle ty. Nemůžeme si koupit nějaký to magnézium nebo něco? Tady v tom obchůdku.
Is this about the questions again? Because I don't really...
Ne, tady ne.
A small cabinet on the wall is filled with various medicine bottles, nasal sprays, and blister packs. They all bear the Saint
Tady je
Baptiste
morálka.
Pharmaceutics logo.
+3 morálka. Vezmeme si nějaký 2 láhvičky hořčíku.
Okay, here. I hope Saint Baptiste makes you feel better or something. Okay, here. I hope
Tak.
Saint Baptiste makes you feel better or something.
Aby jsme byli v klidu. Nemáme žádný flašky, že ne? Obsahuje 2 lahví. Počkej.
The tear machine stands in the your bottles clunk into the machine, and the
Tak, v tom případě teďka zkusíme doběhnout do toho přístavu. Pozadu. Furt jsme ještě jako tu řidičku nenašli.
You're back. Good. What can I help you with?
Preventivně si tady uložíme.
You're back. Good. What can I help you with?
Tak,
Yes, my eyes on the harbour have sent word to that effect. What have you discovered?
počkejte, kde přesně se tyhle oči nacházejí? Ona tam má nějakýho špicla, někoho z nich? Oh.
It doesn't really matter, and I do apologize for the surveillance. Wild Pines can't afford to be blind at a time like this.
One of the tall buildings overlooking the roundabout, most likely. That would give them a read on the entire quarter.
In any case, it's a relief to know someone has looked into it. If I may ask, will there be an official investigation? I assume you discovered there is an operation.
If there is an investigation, it will be part of an ongoing operation, subject to confidentiality. I am sure you understand.
Of course, detectives. In any case, you've held up your end of our arrangement. I trust you with the rest. Now it's my turn.
Tak, povídej.
I wouldn't normally break protocol like this, but the situation demands it. If you don't solve this murder, I'm afraid we may have a bloodbath on our hands.
Dobře.
Yes. I'm afraid this strike may descend into a small-scale civil war, with possible consequences for all of Revachol West.
Since you are sharing, ma'am, this is also the RCM's worst-case scenario.
Then we're on the same page, as grim as it may be.
Tak.
I have an indirect role to play, I'm sad to say. My employer experienced a momentary lapse of faith in me. In that moment, they elected to deploy a private military contractor as an insurance measure. They called it my security detail. They were dispatched after I relayed the union's initial offer.
Every worker...
A member of the board. I tried to convince my employer it was simply a piece of rhetoric or a joke. They did not appreciate the humor. Absolutely not. These mercenaries are muscle, pure and simple. They are meant to intimidate the Union into surrendering.
Who are they, exactly?
Crenell, an Oranese military company. As far as I know, 3 arrived in Martinez. They report to me sporadically, but they do not answer to me. To be frank, our relationship is deteriorating. They wear ceramic armor, have semi-automatic weapons, and years of combat experience. They also have trauma and stressor disorder, and no idea how to conduct themselves in an urban civilian environment.
Traumatickou a stresovou poruchu a netuší, jak se chovat v městském civilním prostředí.
So, what happened?
The story is, one of them, the colonel, I don't know his real name, sexually assaulted a local woman while he was drunk and separated from his unit. This allowed some of the more militant Union members to subdue him. He was taken out behind the whirling in rags and lynched last Sunday night. Nothing. Mr. Clare refuses to let me into the harbour. I have not been able to discuss this matter with anyone there. The remaining 2 Crenell contractors carry out their orders, for now. It's a smokescreen. In secret, they are conducting an independent military tribunal into the lynching. Once this investigation is concluded, executions will follow.
Pěkně.
What is the nature of this so-called investigation?
Whether to execute one, some, or all of the Union militants.
No, hezky. Možná by se ta vyšetřování mohla spojit. Víte, sdílet zdroje a zpravodajské informace. Páni, to není dobrý.
Surely you're joking. These people are killers. My only hope is that yours provides a single, concrete suspect before they indiscriminately pick theirs. Simply put, if you don't pin this on someone good and do it fast, they will identify and execute everyone present at the lynching. This in turn will force the Union to respond.
The débardeurs have over 2,000 men. It will be 1,000 to 1.
Have you ever seen a hornet invade a beehive, Lieutenant? It's not pretty.
The Serai's giant hornet, the world's second largest insect, can kill 40 honeybees a minute, while a group of 30 can decimate an entire hive of 20.
These men work in tandem using semi and fully automatic firearms. Their armor is virtually impenetrable to muzzle-loaded weapons, even yours. Most Union workers don't have guns at all.
The muzzle loaders need to be reloaded after every 1 or 2 shots. The automatics every 1 or 2 minutes.
As I said, a bloodbath.
Není to... Myslím, že konfrontace je nevyhnutelná.
Many bleak scenarios have already come true. Nameless, badgeless detective of the citizens' militia. All we can do is keep the rest from going the same way. One single concrete suspect delivered into civil court, and I may be able to defuse this situation. Not much. Their public resume is relatively good, as far as private military contractors go. I believe they were once called Downwell. They boast a long list of clients: Saint-Baptiste, Welchman-Lorenz, Eintracht. A warning sign, however. The operations concerned all take place in third or fourth world countries. Guarding facilities, escort missions and such.
Meaning they're used to operating in war zones.
Yes. All the good conflict corridors, Supramundi, Yesut, the Seminese Islands, countries that don't have a good record reporting atrocious military conduct on their soil. Sadly, no. Before this happened, I had little interest in them. Now that I do, I don't have the resources. If you still have access to the ICP's database, you could run a better background check than I ever could. It may take some time, though.
The International Collaboration Police, ICP, is charged with coordinating law enforcement activities in complex multinational investigations. Their database is the single largest.
Do you know a lot about the inner workings of the RCM and the ICP, ma'am?
In my line of work, it pays to do your research. I was prepared to deal with the RCM. I did not think I would be dealing with a group like Crenell. I have. And they will. However, these orders take time to reach what is basically a rogue unit out in the field here. Until they do, it's all on us.
She's being truthful. She is pressing them as hard as she can.
Říkal jste, že ten zesnulý napadl nějakou ženu.
Or he didn't. This is information passed on to me from some teenagers loitering around the canal. I cannot testify by it.
Kdo jí dal jim?
The remaining contractors. Their tribunal. It's what they believe.
Co říkali?
That the man was killed because he assaulted a local woman. I've asked around a bit. This seems to be the accepted story around Martinez.
The lieutenant consults his notebook, his eyebrows knitted in concentration.
Odd. We haven't heard any reports about an assault in connection with the lynching. Where did it take place? And when?
Last Sunday night. At the Whirling in Rags, the hostel by the gates. Supposedly, the colonel was drunk, maybe on narcotics too. Either way, he's alleged to have sexually assaulted a woman. Sometime later, a group of dock workers got their hands on him.
Kdo byla ta žena?
That's a good question, officer. I don't have the slightest idea. As I said, it's a rumor about a rumor. In any case, it's what the colonel's remaining colleagues believe.
Ten, co oběsili. Znala jste ho?
If you mean did I see him alive? Yes. But I did not know him.
Jmenoval se...
Lely, his service name, a nom de guerre, most likely. He wouldn't divulge his full name. Only one of them did. A bad sign if there ever was one.
Ještě něco o něm?
He was 40 or 50. It's hard to say which. He had a combat injury on his lower jaw. It made it difficult to estimate his age or gauge his facial expressions.
What else? Nationality? Accent?
He was Occidental, I think. Light brown hair, a mixed accent, Oranese, or Messinian maybe. His injury gave him an accent all his own. In a way, it was humanizing. He had to learn to speak through it, through the injury. That's all I know, I guess. If you mean did I see Lely, his service name. One is a man, Corty, they call him, a nickname as well. The other a woman, Phyllis DePaul. Corty is the gunner, I believe. DePaul is a radio operator.
What would you say was his eye color, the deceased's?
She closes her eyes, trying to picture the man's face, then shakes her head.
I can't remember.
The lieutenant was testing her, asking a small detail first to see if she knew him better than she let on. She passed.
That's all right, man. Anything else? Nationality? What would you say was his age?
He was 40 or 50. It's hard to say.
What else? Nationality?
To už jsme
He was,
všechno prokecali.
Occidental, I think. In a way, it was humanizing. He had to learn to speak
Kde
through
jsou
it,
zbývající dva
through the injury
žoldáci?
they'd gone to
Teď?
ground, as it were. I don't recommend seeking them out. For one, they're almost certainly armed to the teeth. They don't have the same respect for the Revachol citizens' militia as I do. To put it bluntly, they think you're vigilantes. Ghetto savages. It will not be a fruitful meeting.
Stále potřebujeme vědět, kde jsou.
You're likely to run into them eventually. When that happens, I'll be in a better position to mediate if I don't appear involved.
97%. Kde jsou ti žoldáci? Oblečení nesedělo. Vůdce stav ukazuje mizerný herec. 97%. A jestli mi i tohle to nevyjde, no tak...
One is obviously the
No,
scab leader at the harbour gates. The one chanting the idiotic slogans. He's barely maintaining his disguise.
Aha.
The other has a vantage point in a building south of the roundabout. They were keeping tabs on you while you were canvassing the lorry drivers.
Tak, jeden z nich musí být ta gorila ve špatně padnoucím pracovním oblečení u přístavní brány. Ten vůdce s trupou.
That may be so. I still hope you heed my advice. There's no need to kick the hornet's nest.
For all your talk of averting this catastrophe, the situation at the gate is a powder keg. Does this not bother you?
Of course it bothers me, Lieutenant. But my hands are tied. How would my employer react if it appeared I were intervening on behalf of the Union?
Your concern may be appearances. Ours is keeping the peace.
Jeden je pravděpodobně v budově s výhledem na kruhový objezd.
Would afford a good vantage point. In any case, it's practically inaccessible.
Where is your radio for contacting them, if I may ask? Do you have an earpiece?
Heavens no. I'm not an undercover agent. There's a short wave at the ship's wheel. I hope I can answer it better.
Kolik máme času?
Until the executions start? Truthfully, I don't know. It depends on their progress identifying the members of the lynch mob and their impatience.
They don't report their progress to you?
Not on this matter. I'm afraid they consider this a personal initiative. It's a matter of days, not weeks. I am sorry to have been the bearer of bad news. If there is anything else I can help you with, please ask.
Jo, samý lepší. Tak, do čeho si to nacpeme? Fyzično. Jsme tam nebyli schopni rozbít ani to okno. Na vysokých úrovních fyzická vybavenost láme dveře, řetězy a kosti a nutí tě smát se změkčeným. To neřeknu radši. Na Twitchi si to nemůžu dovolit. Které to nedokážou. Budeš se zmužovat a povzbuzovat ostatní, aby se kroutili železo. Budeš se zmužovat a povzbuzovat ostatní, aby se kroutili železo, dokud se nezmuží také. Budeš se vzmužovat a povzbuzovat ostatní, aby se kroutili železo, dokud se nezmuží také. Já nerozumět řeč tvůj klan. Na nízkých úrovních však budeš mít problém zatknout někoho, kdo není kdo není choravý nebo už mrtvý. Zapojení se do fyzických konfrontací by tě totiž mohlo zanechat jednou z těch stavů. Mohlo se může dolově užít si svých drog a rozchodit pár srdečních zástav. Dělá z tebe silného muže, který se trochu na slabochy, který se s ním nedokáže držet krok. Policisté s nízkou odolností, ale budou pravděpodobně mít potíže. Tělo už tak křehké a tělo policisty bude často vystaveno zkoušce. Pokud neprojde, zemře. Subjesivnost si nemůžeme dát. Můžeme si zdvihnout policejního ducha. Tak si zdvihneme odolnost trošičku. Ještě. Jo, tak máme tady 3. Tak, my to tvoje rádio použít nemůžeme, že? No, evidentně. Prozkoumej tělo. Tohle to ještě nezvládneme. Nebo už to zvládneme? Už tam něco budeme moct dělat? Kam tady to vede? OK. Co kdybychom se šli lehnout? Vyspíme se a půjdeme tady ve dne. Můžeme nebo nemůžeme?
Can I help you?
Okay. Tak jako fakt máme spát v tom?
This is the door to the room you redecorated.
Just a moment. We should talk about our progress on the investigation. Let's go out to the balcony.
The air outside is brisk. The lieutenant is silent for a moment. He listens to the traffic hum. Then,
Now then, we should talk about the investigation. But I also feel you're a bit hazy on the RCM. Our role here, our rights, our jurisdiction, basically. I have a cigarette every night when I go over my notes. It's something of a ritual.
oh man, he looks so devastatingly cool with that cigarette.
Yes, it's been a long and eventful day.
Co myslíte, jak to dneska šlo?
Well, you were so hungover that you couldn't keep it down when we approached the hangman, so we didn't even inspect the body. But we performed a thorough search of the premises of the crime scene. That's great.
Vlastně raději začínám s ohledáním místa činu a teprve pak přecházím k mrtvým tělům. Je mi líto, že jsem dnes nemohl udělat víc, prostě nejsem moc dobrý policajt, neříkej nic.
It's not my job to evaluate your methodology, officer. I'm just going through the facts. As for the interviews, we weren't able to find the union leader, Revachol, much less interview him. So that's on the to-do list for tomorrow. We interviewed Joyce Missy, the White Man's rep, and learned a lot. None of it very good news for us or Martinez, but above all though, today was exhausting. What's with all the running? You run a lot. Is that a standard Prison 41 practice?
I have a really good theory about why you're running so fast, son. Just you wait until you get up tomorrow.
Tady ztrácím čas, víte, moje mysl se pohybuje rychle, ostatní se musí snažit držet krok. Trénuji na běh na dlouhou trať.
It's impressive, especially for a man your age. And in those days. Nice shoes, by the way. I like the green. Goes with the orange.
Jaké jsou naše
That's quite
pravomoci?
limited, actually. The power officers of the Revachol Citizens Militia exercise most frequently is imposing fines of up to 1,000 real for offenses, in accordance with an interdepartmental schedule.
Proč ne
The
víc?
RCM's primary role is to ensure safety. We're not really supposed to play any part in the economic structure of Revachol. Yes, although indirectly, as citizens can always request records from their local station. Officers of the RCM have been known to take bribes of less than the prescribed fine amount. It undermines trust in the RCM. We can arrest people, of course, but rather than bringing someone in directly, it's preferable to serve a station closely. It prevents confusion and overcrowding.
Jak se můžeme být jistí, že se zatčený dostaví?
You can't. Those who don't show up become fugitives, though, and have fewer legal rights when they're eventually caught. It's about power projection. Thus far, they seem to mostly show up.
Když se někdo postaví na
As you may
odpor,
have gathered from the fact that we are expected to carry a record of our kills, like the one in your watermarks, we are permitted to use whatever force is necessary, and strongly admonished not to abuse that power.
počkejte, takže když někoho zabijou ve službě,
You have to supply compelling evidence for why it was necessary to use lethal force. In these cases, your partner is usually your witness. Not a good position to be in, by the way. Internal Affairs handles these cases thoroughly, by cross-examining you for inconsistencies. It is hard to cover for anyone, which is for the best. Yes, the last time was 4 years ago.
He has internalized it well. It's just that. A fact. A self-contained past event.
We don't convict. We arrest and send them to coalition government courts in Courant and La Delta. The prosecution works off our testimonies and records, which is why it's paramount to keep them.
Kdo určuje všechno ta
The
pravidla?
coalition government and the moral intern more broadly. The RCM was formed by the coalition government to restore order in the international zone after the revolution. So we did. Now we attempt to maintain that order. No more, no less. Or perhaps it is better to say we were allowed to form. It's a point of contention whether the citizens of Revachol or the coalition government founded the RCM.
Řekněme, že to byli občané Revacholu.
Be sentimental if you like. Either way, the moral intern leases us the right to keep the peace in this city, and they will take it away if we misuse it.
Or if they think you do.
Co to je?
The Moralist International are the world's largest political organization. You know who they are. They have been running this place after the revolution failed.
Kdybych to nevěděl, jak byste je popsal?
They're a union of center-left and center-right parties across the Real Belt. Our coalition government is just one of its many projects. They also run the ICP, EPIS, most intergovernmental organizations in the world.
Co věří?
What do they believe in? They are Dolorians. They believe they continue the humanist project set forth by Her Innocence Dolores Day 4 centuries ago. Others say they are just technocrats.
Those others say they continue the humanist project set forth by Dolores Day.
Interesting question. It's a blue forget-me-not. Their motto is love, compassion, self-discipline. I think you can gauge what they want you to think of them from that.
Something kind and usual. Something almost self-explanatory. Something even a little feminine, but in a strict manner. Something like the dark blue, serious color of the early night sky above.
A historic figure? The author of the modern age? You will have to look elsewhere for opinions. The subject of humanism is too abstract for me. The moral intern are a fact. I try not to have opinions on facts until they change. And it doesn't look like that's about to happen. Do you?
Je to špatné, ukaž na město, potřebujeme tady, aby nám dali právo dělat policii. To hroznou práci, viděl jste tohle není humanismus. Jsme jako poskoci největší na světě. Imigranti, že se mění ženy. Že tam tak přemýšlím, nemám názor, zapomeňte na to.
My kind of police officer.
Tak. Neříkej nic, jen se dívej do noci.
The dying lights of the city shimmer below. Slowly, like luminous clouds, they pass on his lenses. The lieutenant looks at his slim cigarette, contemplating the next drag. An aerostatic passes overhead, the whiskers of its floodlights on the ground below. Kitaragi's glasses light up as he looks to the sky. 2 glowing circles.
They really don't like us here. And the mouth on that kid, Kuno. It's different inland, in Jamrock and the GRIH. It's our fault for leaving this place to the dogs, to the union, to the company, not daring to come here more often. This place has fallen between the cracks, the jurisdictions of our 2 precincts. We run this city. West of the river is RCM land. It's incredibly hard. Human beings are... But we are in control, and it's worth it. The organization works, our systems work. If they didn't, the city would disintegrate.
Vím, že naše vzdušní situace uděláme aspoň něco dobrého.
Me too. But I wouldn't count on any drastic changes in our lifetimes.
He is very tired, but the dark circles under his eyes make him look younger, not older.
Yeah, it's getting very cold now. Let's go.
Když se vyspat... Už zase?
We should think about calling it a day, maybe. The nights are still miserably cold this time of year. We can pick up where we left off tomorrow morning. Yes?
Jo, on je vedle v pokoji. To znamená, že já budu spát tady v tom, jo? Nebo já. Náš detektiv bude spát tady v tom bordelu.
The bed is cold and not particularly inviting, but it's yours. The sheets look awful. The sheets feel at once coarse and clammy against your skin. The bed sags beneath your weight as you stretch out, and then sleep doesn't come.
Ale já chci spát.
Obviously, you're in bed with your eyes closed, but it's not happening. Maybe it's the bed's fault.
Převrť se na druhou stranu. Ne.
Its synthetic filling has separated into hard lumps. The pillowcase smells oddly. Smells of alcohol and sweat. And grease. It barely covers your toes, stretching over your soft belly. A bit tense in the muscles. Relax.
Dobře, otočíme se na druhou stranu.
It's a little better. Colors, scenes, and half-formed phrases still litter your mind. Part of you is still trying to solve the case, isn't it? Something to do with. What was it that the lieutenant said? Union? And it's gone again. Your thoughts lost between the slowing brain waves.
Spát.
Your breathing steadies. A great silence washes over you until your eyelids twitch in your sleep and images start forming.
What the fuck? Teďka ještě budeme hrát i ve snu. Tak se jdeme podívat na to mrtvolu. Ve snu. Proč tady visíme my? A proč to má disco kouli tam nahoře nad ním?
Do you remember the scent of your childhood?
Nic se nepamatuju, narodil jsem se v nemocnici, kam lidé obvykle chodí umírat.
What it says on the can, Harry. Answer the question. Do you remember your wife's hand on your face?
Byl jsem opuštěn, odešel jsem. Já to ale nevím. Řekni mi, co je tohle. Neodpovím, dokud mi neřekneš, kdo jsi.
You know who I am. I'm the bad day. The one where you ask her. And then later in the streets. Wandering. It's the worst day of all time, Harry dear. And it's coming. She will hear about it on the phone. Reality will turn into a grotesque nightmare. This will be the last thing you did to her. Tell me, do you remember the love of your life? Do you remember the warmth of her thighs, between her legs and in her mouth? Oh no, funky baby, you stayed. It was the rest of it that left. Or you just stood there, with one hand on the bottle and the other on your dick, watching it go. Tell me, where are your friends? Human beings have friends, Harry boy. Where the hell are yours? No, it's gone. 3 times gone and never coming back. You failed. You failed me. You failed Elysium. Everything. The pale and the useless. On the surface. The outer magnetosphere. Burning, furious truth. 8,000 years of written history. You really dropped the ball, Harry. 4.6 billion people. And you failed every single one of them. You really fucked up. No, you haven't. You're just sleep talking. And the act is wearing thin, too. The spots on the disco ball fade around you. You'll be back in those cold snakeskins in no time, sweating up the bed. Stinky boy. You're not coming back from shit, thrashing around in that high conductivity state of yours, bumping into things and acting like a clown. Who are you kidding? You're trying to what? I can't hear you. This is just a word dream now. Jumbled up garbage. The pictures are gone. The bed rises to meet you. A thin, sleep-like state. More glass than velvet, grinding in your head.
So something is wrong. Sleep shouldn't be this bad, this dry, this unnourishing. There's something wrong with your thoughts. Some kind of new type of hangover.
Bože, je to ještě jeden takový týpek.
Oh yes, party boy, and it's worse than the one before. Just think of the shit you saw. Here it comes too. So soon already. The silent alarm goes off in your head like clockwork. Barely let you sleep at all. Time to get those clothes on, Harry. Time to go to work in the shit factory.
Mhm.
Good going, buddy.
Tak, právě se mi zdal ten nejkrásnější sen, poznášející omlazující. Takhle to teď bude probíhat. Až zavřu oči.
Yes. Wait till you see the one with the chick in it. It's gonna be a good one. You feel even worse this morning than you did last night.
To se mnou sakra děje.
You mean, why are you so tired? Too tired and down to even think? It is worrying, isn't it? You can't be a detective like this. Detectives need to be able to think.
Proč se to děje?
It's just that your heart has finally pumped all the speed out of your system, Buster. Time to get some more.
Ne.
You're too weak to say no now. Waking up is the worst part. Maybe somewhere down the line you could decline.
Ne, to zvládnu. Nejdu shánět spít. Musíme se z toho dostat, aby jsme to tady
Are you sure?
vyřešili.
Ready to live as this pathetic shell of yourself for days? Basically, a week? Let's be honest, 2 weeks. Maybe 3. You won't make it. Half the town will be dead by then. You will be fired.
To je, hlej, zvládnu to i bez spínu. Půlka města nebude mrtvá. Nestotožníš se s tím.
Suit yourself, slow, sad shell man. See how you do without your spark.
Nebudeme si ničím pomáhat.
The door is closed. Still no answer.
Hele. Vždycky čekám, že přijde nějaká animace nebo něco.
Morning.
Dobré ránko.
Looks like we can get to work at once. The union muscle turned up. They look rowdy. We should talk to them.
Jak to myslíte, neurvale?
Everything points to the dock workers union. The tracks in the mud, the circumstances in Martinez, my preliminary information. Which may, of course, all be wrong. But we still need to talk to them, and it won't be easy. I mean ungovernable. Martinez isn't exactly enthusiastic about the RCM being here. They prefer to be policed by the union. These men here. Men who drink beer for breakfast? There's talk of an armed wing of the union called the Hardy Boys, who are responsible for state policing. I think it's them. I completely forgot. Sorry, I had a rough night's sleep. It's them by the looks of it. Loud and nasty, just like the manager said. One loose thread less to worry about, and one big problem to replace it.
Další bodík.
That would just escalate tensions. No captain would sign off on it. Solving one murder isn't worth a conflict between the RCM and the Debarders Union. In fact, even the death of 2 detectives might not warrant an all-out war. So let's keep a cool head, okay?
Okay.
One more thing before we do. We don't have to talk to them immediately. We can walk right past them, continue with our business.
Yeah, streetwise. Zoom right past. Do it on your own terms. But aren't you curious to know what they have to say about the murder?
They're in no hurry to leave. They think they own the place. Anyway, I leave that choice to you. Whatever you decide is fine by me.
Okay. Tak, co si dáme tohle z toho? Asi si teďka boostneme policejního ducha.
Just a moment.
She's agitated, judging from the way she keeps pulling at the frayed edge of her blanket.
And there's no public phones nearby?
The closest phone booth is down the coast. Sorry for the inconvenience, ma'am.
It's fine, I understand. Thank you anyway. I'm glad to see you again, dear.
Dobrý den, madam, je všechno v pořádku? Ale nechtěl jsem poslouchat rozhovor, řekněte mi, abych vám to mohl vynahradit.
Please don't trouble yourself about me, sweetie. I was just hoping to make a call, but the Whirling's phone line isn't working. The union office probably has a phone, but I can't really get there. Or to the phone booth down the coast. And Gary's phone is dead too.
A nemůžeme ji nechat zavolat jako skrz naši vysílačku třeba?
The manager was vague about it.
Why would he be vague about phone problems? This is something to look into later. Ask God, maybe.
To let the young woman who's house sitting for us know that we may be delayed. Morel, my husband, and our friend Gary were supposed to get back by Monday night, but they're still missing, and I haven't heard from them. I was also hoping she'd heard from Morel.
A little missing persons puzzle might just be the thing to take your mind off the hangover.
Tohle vypadá spíš jako vedlejší záležitost, musím se postarat o pomůžeme jí.
That's just it. This isn't like him at all. He always plans his expeditions so carefully. But you have more important things to worry about.
More important than a missing expedition? I don't know. Expeditions often lead to something interesting.
Co je to za expedici, na které byl váš manžel?
Just some field work, sweetie. Morel is a highly trained scientist. He and his assistant Gary are studying an extremely rare species of insect. But they should have returned by now. They were just going down the coast across the waterlock to set a few traps. He said they'd be back on Monday. What could be keeping them?
Tam to nefunguje, teď je něco tam rozbitýho přece.
The waterlock. That was broken. Could this be it? Počkej, kdo je ten Gary? Věříte mu?
Oh, sweetie, it's nothing like that. Gary's as loyal as they come. I trust him with my husband's life any day.
No, zdymadlo je rozbitý.
Oh my. What happened to the waterlock?
Pravděpodobně jde o nějaký technický problém.
Well, whatever the cause, I'm thankful. To both of you. You've spared me another sleepless night.
You're welcome, ma'am.
I hate to ask, but if your investigation takes you to the other side of the coast, please do keep an eye out for my husband.
Yes, some left-field scientific research is exactly what you need right now. Funk up that vanilla murder investigation.
And if you see him, let him know Lena is waiting for him here at the Whirling. He gets so tangled up in his work that he may not know the waterlock's been repaired. And it's cold out there.
Jasně, vezmeme to.
Oh, you're such a dear. Thank you, sweetie.
Tak, vyspovídáme jí.
Oh, yes. A zoologist. A cryptozoologist, to be more precise.
It's a pseudoscience that attempts to legitimize research into mythological beasts and urban legends.
That's one opinion, yes. And people are entitled to their opinions.
She's used to playing off such insults casually, but they still affect her.
My apologies, ma'am. I did not mean to undermine your hobby.
It's not a hobby, dear. It's a subfield of zoology.
one specializing in animal species that are so exceedingly rare that many assume them to be extinct or even fictitious. Searching for such species called cryptids is difficult and often thankless, and frankly, many scientists are too lazy to do it. Universities these days are rarely interested in supporting real research.
The quality of research at Revacholian universities has been on the decline, but you doubt there was ever a time when cryptozoology was embraced by the academic elite.
Jmenuje opičí per. Ještě si nejdřív popovídáme.
Oh dear, I'm not sure where to begin.
Jak váš manžel vypadá?
Well, his expression is slightly grumpy, but his eyes are always bright and curious, like a small boy's. And his palms are quite coarse from all the field work, but he's quite gentle.
You can't go around Revachol feeling grown men's hands. If you want to find her husband, you'll need more concrete information.
Zkusíme to znovu. Proč ho nezkusíte popsat tak, jak byste popsala některého ze svých kryptidů?
Oh, well, he's a bit shorter than you, but with a larger frame, and he has longish white hair, usually a bit uncombed. You might say wild, even.
The lieutenant pulls out his notebook and begins jotting down the woman.
One other thing, he'll likely have all kinds of field gear on him, even if he's not out in the reeds, you know, just in case. We'll be celebrating our 16th anniversary this autumn. Not the most numerically satisfying anniversary, but I like the less obvious milestones even more somehow. By a dating agency, I'm ashamed to say. I was looking to get back into the scene after recovering from my accident, and he'd just divorced. We hit it off, and, well, here we are.
She's skipping over some important parts. Perhaps you'll find out more later.
I hope I've been useful. Oh, sweetie, it's fascinating, but I shouldn't bore you with entomological minutiae.
The lieutenant gives you a sideways glance.
Of course, dear.
Tak, tady zase budeme mít nějakou 42%, určitě nevyjde.
There's really no point in manipulating anyone.
Aha.
She'd be only too pleased to tell you about her work. Go on and ask.
Oh, I'd be delighted. Truth be told, I could really use the company too.
One cryptid, not a couple. One. This won't turn into some kind of cryptid extravaganza.
Kimovi se to nelíbí.
He nods and assumes a waiting posture. Cryptids, cryptids. Let's hear about all the interesting cryptids. Ooh, tough choice there.
Jaký je největší, nejmenší, jaký je nejnebezpečnější? Je to kryptid na tom peru, co jste mi dala. Vyndej pero, které ti dala. Existují nějací neviditelný kryptidi.
Yes, it's the kind green ape. Half war story, half undiscovered species in the genus Homo. Yes, it was reported by soldiers in South Safra during the war. The kind green ape would visit bunkers during the night, healing wounded soldiers with its saliva.
Cože?
Yes, it has amazing healing qualities. Some soldiers reported growing back limbs, regaining their sight.
OK.
Indeed, there is. It's our closest relative among the cryptids. Same taxonomic family, different genus. Which is to say, the kind green ape is a species with which we share a common ancestor, and that evolved parallel to our own. Just like your partners.
Já to věděl, Kime, nejste člověk. Ach jo. Jsem si naprosto jistý, že Kim je stejný druh jako my. Naznačovat opak je hloupost.
The lieutenant looks at you, pleasantly surprised.
Oh, no, I didn't mean to imply that Saolites are inferior to us in many ways. You are superior. For example, your earwax doesn't have a foul odor like ours does.
A tremendous evolutionary advantage, I'm sure. But perhaps we've had enough speculative biology for today?
Dobře. Nebudeme Kima dál znervozňovat.
Of course, dear.
Tak.
Jamais vu, derealization. Jamais vu, the opposite of déjà vu. Not already seen, but never seen. Everything that should be familiar appears strange and new, like some half-forgotten day in your childhood. Only now. That's the feeling you've been having. And for who knows how long. You should go and ask Joyce Messier about this. What world are we in? This is a fundamental question.
+1 zkušenosti za každý odkliknutý telčík. Všechny znalostní stropy pro intelekt zvýšeny o 1. OK. Teď už jsme to řešili, tohle stav. Monika má obrovské kozy. No, ještě než s nimi tady budeme kecat, co kdyby jsme zkusili se jít podívat k té mrtvole.
There he still is, looking right through you with his white eyes. The body below is entirely dedicated to that corpse smell. Emitting it is all it
Už máme
does
vysokou...
now.
Hele. My jsme to měli zvládnout už teďka.
As you breathe in, the odor comes over you. It's a smell of the mind telling you to run, and your stomach to wring itself empty. With your hands at your sides and your eyes squinting, you stand in it. It's a puzzle. What's hanging in front of you is a puzzle of decaying flesh, tattoos and tendons.
Tohle dělají vždycky.
They do after 7 days, yes. We are deep in decomposition here.
The man before you is naked, but for a pair of underpants and enamel boots. His skin is greenish, marbled with decaying veins, and blotched by lividity. A fading web of tattoos covers his chest and shoulders. The cargo belt used to fasten him to the branch above appears industrial in strength. The material appears to be ceramic. Its clean white stands in stark contrast to the decaying flesh above the knee. The man wore thick polymer socks, probably for padding. A fine array of interlocking plates covers them. Delicate and fragile, they feel alien to the world around you, out of place somehow. These are clearly not boots. They're armor, possibly part of a larger set.
Tohle nejsou jen boty, že ne? Je to zbroj.
Indeed. Technically speaking, these are sabatons, not boots.
Oh, the lieutenant uses a mnemotechnique A6. That's not just any notebook. It's a classic.
Zapomeň na zápisník. Řekni mi o té zbroji.
It's clearly some manner of super armor. Or future armor. Super future armor. I'm useless.
Ceramic plate. Zirconium dioxide, most likely. This is where the make would be. Under the heel. Fair weather. Fair weather model T500 VE. I'm guessing that's vitreous enamel. This is advanced stuff.
Něco ve stylu energozbroje z Fallouta?
The locals probably scavenged it. It would be odd if he had more on after 7 days. We should keep a lookout for these species. The armor could yield information. This is one thing he might actually know.
The sabatons dangle off the man's decaying form, ageless and synthetic.
It is. It's expensive. We've requested similar material for our tactical units for years now. The constabularies deemed it too costly. In that time, we've lost 6 men to semi-automatics. For a full set, about 4 years of wages.
4 roky platu.
For the northwest region of Revachol, an officer's average yearly income is 5,500 rial, unadjusted for rank.
Můj roční plat je 5500.
Not too much, yes.
To vypadá jako mizerie. Není divu, že nemůžu zaplatit účet za ubytování.
It's a sorry situation, I agree.
Jak si to...
You work for Cornell, like Joyce told us. This is military equipment, provided by a wealthy security contractor, with state ties, way above what we have.
A small bell-like sound fills the air, like tapping on the side of a porcelain cup. The pry bar in your hand is itching for some action.
Ní křehce.
It's anything but. This material is a kinetic redistributor. It spreads kinetic energy horizontally, from plate to plate, dissipating it entirely. See?
Faint, organic lines cover the plates where they separate into smaller ones. These plates then divide into smaller plates, like whirls of floorboards. The design looks organic, influenced by highly resistant wood materials, like lignum vitae and ebony, perhaps. If trees were made of porcelain, this is what their cross-sections would look like. The smooth, glossy surface fractures into ever more intricate. The whorls are in the shape of a letter and number combination: E50, 100, 1000.
Good. Can you read it to me?
X5415 6745 678222. Let's lie.
Ne, žádný lhání.
We have a make and a number. That's something. We can use the radio in my kinema when we're done. Either station can chase it for us.
The stench fills your nostrils. As you push downward, an ominous creaking sound comes from above.
Stop! Pig's gonna pull his head off.
Brutal!
Proč jako vypadá to rozrušeně, proč?
You're about to pull his head off.
Do it, homo!
Stop obsessing about your sexuality, officer. You are about to seriously compromise the coroner's case.
Indeed, from this angle, it does look like the neck isn't going to take much more. Being dead for a week has all but liquefied his muscles.
What are you trying to achieve anyway? Why are you hanging on to that boot?
Nebo ty by se skvěle hodily k mým zvonáčům. Okay. Jedná se o spělou nepřátelskou technologii, měla bychom pro vás výzkum slabin, nejsme snad detektivové, v těch botách mohou být stopy. Říkal jste, že jsou drahé, myslel jsem, že bych je mohl dát do zastav. Omlouvám se, ani jsem mu je nechtěl sundat, jen jsem si říkal, že bych to měl zkusit.
You do understand the boots are steeped in cadaverine odor, don't you?
To moje kalhoty taky. Nemůžu si je prostě umít.
You have a point there, detective. You have a point. But there's no way you're getting them off. All the organic matter in his body has been flowing down into the boots. They are fused to his feet now. Why do you think the locals haven't scavenged them yet?
You're sure there's a way to peel them off, but first the body needs to be down. And second, it would probably be better if the lieutenant wasn't around.
Ukrást boty mrtvého muže, ale to by bylo nečestné.
All right then. You can pay the hostel bill in honor points. How many honor points have you collected? Of course there aren't. Don't be naive.
Processing will take care of them. With the situation in the morgue, it will yield nothing. But we must pick our fights. Should we continue?
The cadaver slowly twists on the cargo belt, his torso covered in tattoos, and extremity. The hangman's knot is pulled tight by the weight of the corpse below. Yellow, hard-edged polyester cuts into his neck. Above, a sliding buckle ties the belt. This is a steel-reinforced cargo lashing belt, big brother of the regular cargo belt. It's used for tying cargo under six-rotor airships.
Airlifting. I thought it was used on lorries for strapping cargo to them.
Jevně jde o zesílený druh pro leteckou přepravu. Můj mozek mi to říká.
The local harbor uses six rotors to shuffle containers around. I get the sense they use whatever was on hand without paying much attention to not incriminating themselves.
Předpokládáme, že to udělali dělníci z přístavu. Určitě chtěli, aby tam zůstal. Vystoženo ocelové dráty.
Yes, the debrief we got from the Wild Pines representative appears to be solid too. A lynching is what this looks like. Our internal RCM brief said the same. By the way, when you get the chance, perhaps you should ask me to share the RCM brief with you. I'm pretty sure you've forgotten it.
Už jsem se tě na to ptal.
I was afraid it would be. Thin steel wiring, parallel strands. This makes getting him down more problematic than I had assumed. A noose is one of those things that's easier to use one way around. That ladder can't carry a grown man. I didn't see any splintering either, did you? I think they lassoed the branch, then pulled on the belt to close the buckle.
Could be. The shape of the branch supports the theory. The cadaver hangs from the cargo belt. An intricate web of blue lines stretches across the torso, from the right shoulder to the solar plexus. Each time they intersect, a small white star is formed in their crossing. Hundreds of fading asterisks riddle his skin. Their concentration is highest around his heart.
A map of the stars. I do see some similarity to astronomical charts. Great Century Messinian, maybe. But this seems more particular. Customized somehow.
As if someone left out most of the night sky, filtering it through personal choice. The principle of this filter remains unknown to you. The thought dissipates, and you feel as though you were only half right.
Co mi tu chybí? Je také vzduch náhle naplní harčení, když poručík stáhne zip své oranžové bundy.
He wears a wide leather belt around his waist and a gun holster under his arm. He takes a thin piece of milled aluminium from his coat pocket and pulls it open. Sounds like a sword being unsheathed. A small lens appears. Some sort of camera.
Co je to?
A Trigger Sunshine. Mini.
Triggered is the world's leading manufacturer of intercommunication devices, primarily projectors. The camera before you looks familiar somehow.
Shit, Kuno! What the fuck is that?
An instant color camera. I have only 2 ampoules, so nobody move. I don't want to waste one.
A sound, a shrill flash, followed by the breaking of a small ampoule of glass. You see streams of color pour onto the thick, glossy piece of paper, rolling out.
In case we need it.
Superácká mašinka.
Yes, it is pretty cool, isn't it?
There is only one ampoule left. Use it wisely.
It contains insight to the victim's person. This was a man of physical violence. The story he wanted his body to tell was important to him. It is his letter to us. Now, if you could find someone to decipher it.
Musím vzít, měl bych se na ní podívat později bez mrtvolného zápachu.
Sure. Just don't lose it.
The glassy-eyed corpse looks by. His eyes are milky white and blind to the world, protruding comically from their sockets. There is no one home. Just dark brown hair grows on his head. His face is ready to explode from the organic processes inside. The death's head grin has passed. What remains is an unrecognizable mess. The corpse looks right through you as you distance yourself from.
Děláme si save, než budeme dělat tady ten pokus.
The man before you is naked. His eyes are dark brown hair grows on his head. His face is ready to explode.
I'm gone.
Výborně. Kam si odešel?
Into the wild pale yonder. In the past, way out in the west.
Vidím, že jsi pryč, ale kdo jsi?
I'm a joke. Look at me.
To si teď, ale kým jsi byl, když jsi žil?
A killer. A motherfucker. And a killer. Go ahead, Cobo. What do you mean?
Mluvím s tebou.
It's the power of your imagination.
Prostě se tady povídáme s mrtvolou.
Go ahead. Ask me more questions. Because you're a copperoonie. Look at all of them go. Do you want more questions? Your lost Copo Dopo would have been so primo.
Nenávidím tě, smrdíš asi nudný.
Do I remind you of someone?
A child born with Muller's disease, harlequinism, grown up miraculously.
To je zase encyklopedie. Mě samotného v zrcadle v koupelně.
There you go. Look at that bright kid. We're birds of a feather, you and I. Soon you will be just like me. Just keep drinking and having a good time. It's a matter of weeks.
Feeling nausea, vomiting, tenderness or pain around the liver area, tiny red lines on the skin above waist level, more like days, Copo. The clock is ticking. Your liver tells you so.
Come back later, Copo. Amuse yourself with my frank manners and my memento mori features. If possible, also, see me in your dreams.
As you narrow your eyes, the monster before you blurs into a violent mess of green and pink. This is a trick. You've done it before. Pink is where the blood settled in the first hours post-mortem. You can use it to see if the corpse has been tampered with. Does his position at the time of death match the discoloration? Only the lower extremities are pink with a dash of blue. His fatted hands, thighs, and his neck, just above the noose. The rest of the corpse appears dark green in the cold spring air.
I see it. His neck too. The lividity goes right up his chin. We have good, well-pronounced discoloration here.
The monster comes back into focus, an explosion of color, coursing with dark marbled veins. His stomach appears pregnant with something. Black liquid streams down his thigh and onto his boot.
So, what do you think?
Myslím, že je mrtvý. Něco z něj vychází, je zmlácený, vidíte ty modřiny. Myslím, že byl pověšen po smrti, jeho ruce, nohy a krk jsou bezbarvé.
Agreed, especially on the neck. The belt acted like a tourniquet, keeping the blood in his head. The hypostasis supports her hanging.
Je možné, že ho přinesli až po smrti?
There's always a chance. We should check for ligament marks on his neck to see if they're in tune with the belt. We'll have to get him down first.
A pool of blood and feces has eaten into the frozen.
The victim appears to have contained no more than half a kilogram of digestion at the time.
The fuck are you saying? Talking about shit.
Možná šel před smrtí na záchod. To si píš, že jsem...
Malicious laughter erupts in the yard. Sounds like seagulls.
Big's head is a...
The lieutenant's face is made of stone. A pool of blood.
The victim
The fuck are you saying? Talking about shit.
Maybe. I do. Most of them are post-mortem. Maybe even all of them. The delinquents have made our jobs harder with their little sport.
Stop talking in riddles, coin slot.
He means you fucked him up good, Kuno. Fucked him up brutal like.
I agree.
His personality is no longer a part of the world.
Totally dead.
Už nevkládá jeho osobnost do své kompozice. Byl na to čas, ale ten končil před 7 dny. Ne, to raději neříkají, příliš těžké, naprosto. Tenhle běc se už nevrátí, zabili chlapa z koločavy.
Dabadub dub dead.
But there is no breath to catch. Only the cadaver filling the air and your nostrils. It slowly rotates before you, decomposing.
Tak, jak ho dostaneme dolů?
Are you sure we finished the preliminary examination of the cadaver? We might miss some of these things once he's done.
The cadaver slowly twists on the cargo belt, his torso covered in tattoos and extremities.
The steel-reinforced belt presents a unique challenge. I brought chain cutters, but I don't see a good angle of approach to the belt.
He doesn't actually think the challenge is unique. He thinks it's frustrating, annoying, and harder than he thought.
The cadaver is a good 1.2 meters up. Neither one of us can reach the belt without assistance. And even if we do, there's the question of cutting the airship strength material.
Mohli bychom tu větev uřezat.
Climb up there and saw the branch? There has to be a less risky way, with less falling down of trees. Someone else? You mean like the police?
What was that about processing, then? Weren't they supposed to take care of the boots? Why don't they help?
Nemůžu se o to postarat kluci z technického?
No.
Proč?
Think of the boys from processing as murderers. Only instead of people, they murder crime scenes. Processing is a wrecking crew. They know how to commission off items and how to work the incinerator in the morgue. I know it's hard, but I assure you, the others won't come to help us. And we have a growing sanitary concern here. We need to get him down. Fast.
Možná bychom ho mohli sestřelit.
Yeah! Bang bang time, pig! Shoot his head off!
How?
Where the buckle ties the rope to the branch. That's a good spot to aim.
Tam spona drží pás pohromadě.
Where? Ah, yes, I see. If the shot hits that, there might be a chance to release the belt.
Yeah, now we're talking. Entertain a Kuno with some shit.
They'll miss. The pigs will miss Kuno.
Vlastně ne, celé to přímo křičí, že je to špatný nápad.
But what else can we do?
Možná bychom mohli požádat o pomoc
I
přístavu.
was really hoping we wouldn't. The Union appeared to be suspect in this case. It seems like a dangerous route to go down.
I would really prefer if there was another way. These people might have an agenda. But what other options? The corpse twists on the belt, like chicken on a skewer. He breathes out.
Oh yeah, do this shit. Fuck it up.
Střílejte, poručíku. Co horšího by se mohlo stát?
I'll blow his head off.
Take it.
Yeah, take the shot. Kuno wants some of that shit.
Silence. With his elbow sharp, and produces a lightweight firearm. He drops a paper cartridge in the barrel, separates the scouring stick, and gives the cartridge 5 tucks. Securing it in place. That's a Kiel A9090 Armistice, mass-produced muzzle-loader, ascetic, frugal, one of the most common firearms in the world. He then steps back and assumes the fellow's desk position, taking aim. The corner of his eye twitches. His finger is on the trigger.
He's gonna fucking miss.
The kid's voice is drowned in a shrill blast that echoes off the walls of the surrounding tenements. A cloud of smoke slowly parts in the air as the lieutenant steps back and says to himself,
God damn it.
A lot of things were wrong with that shot. The fellow's test was the wrong choice. His shoulders were raised, but above all, he cannot trust his eyesight.
Fucking idiot. Mukabat ass.
Kuno could have hit it easy, but then Kuno's not fucking handicapped, is he? Kuno's sorry too. Kuno feels so.
The lieutenant doesn't say a word, just looks at the gun in his hand.
Zkusíte to znova?
No, we are lucky as it is. We didn't break anything, and the victim remains uncompromised. Any more mistakes could put us in an unfortunate position with the locals. We have eyes on us. I didn't do us any favors with that. I have to say, it's beginning to look unlikely we can get him down without assistance.
You know, you don't feel like too bad of a shot yourself.
Můžu si vzít tu zbraň? Měl bych to zkusit.
It's bad as it is. Us shooting firearms like punks. Go ahead. I'm not stopping you. Just don't lose it.
They only have one.
This is the sorriest pair of pigs Kuno's ever.
Yeah, take it, you fucking banani poika. Take it and shoot yourself in the mouth.
Dříví nebo těžkej.
The cold piece of bakelite and gunmetal is surprisingly light. Your fingers fit right through the guard, instinctively resting on the trigger.
The fuck are you waiting for, Kuno? Tell him to shoot himself in the mouth.
The buckle comes into focus in your sights. You stand with your feet planted firmly in the ground and your left hand supporting your gun arm.
Why don't you just shoot yourself in your mouth? At least you won't miss.
Já bych řekl, že bych si to tady...
I agree. Enough gunslinging for today. I suggest we go to the hall.
Půjde to?
The man before you is naked, but for a pair of underpants and white boots. His skin is marbled with decaying veins and blotched by lividity.
Nemůžu, já jsem to
On his
mohl...
chest, a fading web of...
To prostě nešlo. Se to uzamklo.
The man before you is naked, but for a pair of underpants and white boots. His skin is marked the lips of the corpse.
Teďka nám tohle nebude vycházet, jako na schvál.
The man before you is naked, but for a pair of underpants. The lips of the...
Předtím to vyšlo, teďka nám to nepůjde.
The man before you is naked, but for a pair of underpants and white boots.
No, hurá.
Into the wild. In the past. I'm a joke. There is nothing funny about a killer. Go ahead. What do you mean? It's the... You imagine. Go ahead. Because you're a copperoonie. You're lost copodopo. Do I remind?
A child born with Muller's disease, harlequinism, grown up, miraculous.
Sure I do. Come back later, copo.
As you narrow your... This is...
To všechno celý ještě
Only the lower
projedeme.
extremities are pink.
I see it.
The monster comes...
So, what do you think? I agree.
His personality...
Totally dead. Dabadoob-doob dead. Agreed. Especially on the neck. The belt acted like a tourniquet. There's always a chance. We should check for ligament marks on his neck.
A pool of blood...
The victim appears to have...
The fuck he's saying?
Talking about shit.
Maybe. I do.
Stop. He means you fucked him up good, Kuno. Fucked him.
But there is no breath to catch. Only the cadaver filling the air and your nostrils.
Tak, teďka tady budeme mít do střílení.
The man before you is...
Are you sure we finished the preliminary examination of the cadaver?
The cadaver slowly twists.
The steel-reinforced belt presents a unique challenge. I brought chain cutters.
He doesn't actually...
The cadaver is a good 1.2 meters up. Neither one of us can reach the belt without assistance. And even if we do...
Yeah! Bang, bang!
How?
Where the buckle ties the rope to the branch. That's a good spot to aim.
Where?
Yeah, now we're talking.
They'll miss! The pigs will miss, Kuno.
Nechce to zkusit mě?
The lieutenant's brow is furrowed. He appears too deep in concentration to even notice what you said. Silence. With and produces a lightweight firearm. He drops a paper cartridge in the barrel, separates the scouring stick, and gives the cartridge 5 tucks, securing it in place. That's a Kiel A90. He then steps back and assumes the fellow's desk position, taking aim. The corner of his eye twitches.
He's gonna fucking miss!
The kid's voice is drowned in a shrill blast that echoes.
God damn it.
A lot of things.
Pul jsem ten Claire.
Kuno could have hit it easy, but then Kuno's not fucking handicapped, is he?
No, we are lucky. Any more mistakes could put us in an unfortunate position with the locals. We have eyes on us. I didn't do us any favors with that. I have to say, it's beginning to look unlike...
You know, you don't feel like too bad of a shot yourself.
It's bad as it is. Go ahead.
This is the...
Yeah, take it, you fucking banana.
The cold piece of bacon.
The fuck are you waiting?
The buckle comes in.
Why don't you just shoot yourself in your mouth? At least you won't miss.
To chci vám vyzkoušet.
Do it!
Don't.
Do it!
Mhm.
The sound of the explosion from your gun echoes all over Martinez. The bullet found its way to the heart of a kid.
OK. A zrovna to vyšlo?
The man before you is naked.
Are you sure we finished the preliminary examination of the cadaver?
The cadaver slowly twists on the cargo. He doesn't act.
The cadaver is a good 1.2 meters up. Neither one of us can...
Yeah! Bang bang!
How?
Where the buckle ties the rope to the branch. That's a good spot to aim.
Prostě střelí do pásu, kulka ho přetrhne.
Where?
Yeah, now we're talking.
Ještě tam máme nějakou jinou variantu.
The lieutenant's brow is furrowed. He appears too deep in concentration to even notice what you said.
I'll blow his head off.
Take it!
Yeah,
Silence and produces a lightweight firearm. He drops a paper cartridge in the barrel, separates the scouring stick, and gives the cartridge 5 taps, securing it. That's a key. He then steps back and assumes the fellow's desk position.
He's gonna...
The kid's voice is drowned in a shrill blast that echoes.
God damn it.
Nakul to sem.
Kuno could have hit it easy, but then Kuno's not fucking handicapped, is he?
No, any more mistakes could put us in an unfortunate position with the locals. I have to say...
You know, you don't feel like too bad of it.
It's bad as it... Go ahead.
This is the...
Yeah, take it, you...
The cold...
The fuck are you waiting for,
The buckle comes...
Why don't you just shoot yourself in your mouth? At least you won't miss.
Budeme střílet s jedním zavřeným vokem, to se dělat nemá. Ale tak budíš.
Your field of view narrows. The branch slowly moves, becoming the slow movement of the branch in the wind.
Look, he's crying. You gonna cry now, fucking
Tak
faggot?
schválně. Co to bylo?
A plume of smoke erupts from the barrel. Your
Sela
head goes
halo.
numb from the explosion, with your ears still ringing. The man before you is naked, but for a pair of underpants and white boots.
Are you sure we finished the preliminary examination of the cadaver?
He doesn't act
The cadaver is a good 1.2 meters up.
Yeah!
How?
where the buckle ties the rope to the branch.
Where?
Yeah,
They'll miss. The pigs will miss, Kuno.
I'll...
yeah,
Silent and produces a lightweight firearm. He drops a paper cartridge in the barrel, separates the scouring stick, and gives the cartridge 5 secure. That's a key. He then steps back and assumes the fellow's desk position, taking aim.
He's gonna fucking miss.
The kid's voice is drowned in a shrill blast that
God damn it.
a lot of things were wrong.
Kuno could have hit it easy, but then
No, any more...
Kuno's sorry too.
The lieutenant doesn't say a word. Just,
I have to say, it's beginning...
you know, you don't feel like too bad.
It's bad. Go ahead.
This is the...
Yeah, take it, you fucking banana boinker.
The cold piece of baked...
The fuck are you...
The buckle comes into focus in your sights.
Why don't you just shoot yourself in your mouth? At least you won't...
Your field, the slow move.
Look, he's crying. You gonna cry now, fucking faggoty?
A plume of smoke erupts from the barrel. Your hand goes numb from the explosion. With your ears still ringing, You missed the belt, but hit the corpse straight in the chest. Bits of ribcage protrude from the skin. No blood.
Oh my god, he's gonna fucking...
Se nám to nepodaří.
The man before you is naked.
Are you sure we finished the preliminary exam? The steel...
He doesn't act...
The cadaver is a good 1.2 meters up. Neither one of us can...
Yeah!
How?
Where the buckle ties the rope to the branch. That's a good spot to aim.
Zkusíme ten pás.
It absolutely will not, officer. That's not how physics work. It will make...
Yeah, now we're talking.
They'll miss! The pigs will miss, Kuno!
I'll blow his head off.
Take it!
Yeah,
Silence and produces a lightweight firearm. He drops a paper cartridge in the barrel, separates the scouring stick, and gives the cartridge 5 tucks, securing it. That's a keel. He then steps back and assumes the fellow's desk position, taking aim. The corner of his eye twitches. His finger is on the trigger.
He's gonna fucking...
The kid's voice is drowned in a shrill blast that echoes.
God damn it.
A lot of things.
Kuno could have hit it easy, but then
No, any more mistakes could put... I have to say...
You know, you don't feel...
It's bad as it... Go ahead.
This is the sorry...
Yeah, take it, you fucking...
The cold piece.
The fuck are you waiting...
The buckle comes into...
Why don't you just shoot yourself in your...
Your field of the slow move.
Look, he's crying! You gonna cry now, fucking faggoty?
Ne, to prostě nejde.
A plume of smoke erupts from the barrel. Your hand goes numb from the... You missed the belt.
Oh my god, he's gonna fucking cry! I knew it! What a mulko!
Ask for another shot. You'll get it with the next one. The goddamn light reflected off some window. Surely.
Což zbraní je něco nepořádku.
The armistice is sufficiently precise, officer. Especially at close range.
It's not the gun's fault you can't shoot. It's...
Pigs don't have hands.
Kuno has hands. Kuno can shoot that shit down for you.
That's preposterous! What are you, a fucking earl?
We still need to get him down, somehow. The bad way. The way I didn't want us to. By asking the harbor for help. They have the tools and the men. If they put him up there, they can take him down too. To ask the suspects for help with the victim's body? To be indebted to Everard Clare? Very much, yes. Which is why I would have preferred us to handle this ourselves. Clearly we can't.
Suck my dick, bitches!
Yes?
The man before you is naked, but for a pair of...
Of course. You have questions. Come back late.
Ještě jeden pokus. Tomu dáme.
The man before you is naked.
Are you sure we finished the preliminary exam? The steel...
He doesn't actually...
The cadaver is a good 1.2 meters up. Neither one of us can reach the belt without assistance. And even if we do... Yes, we do.
Yeah! Bang bang!
How?
Where the buckle ties the rope to the branch. That's a good spot to aim.
Where?
Yeah, now we're...
They'll miss! The pigs will miss!
I'll blow his head.
Take it!
Yeah, take...
Silence. And produces a lightweight firearm. He drops a paper cartridge in the barrel, separates the scouring stick, and gives the cartridge
První pokus, tak už to musí vyjít.
securing it.
A když to nevyjde, tak dáme Kunovi bouchačku, ať ho zestřelí.
That's a keel. He then steps back and assumes the fellow's stess position.
Pokud teda neodpráskne
taking
nás.
the corner of the kid's voice is drowned in a shrill blast that echoes.
God damn it.
A lot of things were wrong with that.
Kuno could have hit it easy, but then Kuno...
I have to say, it's...
You know, you don't feel like...
It's bad as it is. Go ahead. I'm not...
I only have...
This is the sorry...
Yeah, take it, you fucking...
The cold pe-
The fuck are you waiting...
The buckle.
Why don't you just shoot yourself in your mouth? At least you won't miss. Or what? You gonna fuck me? You wanna fuck me, pig? Is that what this is about?
Your field of the slow movement.
Look, he's crying. You gonna cry now, fucking faggoty?
Okay.
The buckle explodes into tiny pieces, coming loose with a whir. With your hand numb from the recoil, you look at the body slump down. For a moment, the man appears to kneel in front of you, looking straight at you, helpless, trapped within itself.
Communism.
It takes a millisecond for the association to flash within your cortex. You have no idea where it's coming from. Then the rigor in his muscles gives up, and he smashes sideways into the spring mud, letting out a horrid stench.
Paráda. Jste pod dohledem policie? Zlato, rum.
Ace is high.
The Ace is High, a custom invented by the aerostatic brigades during the revolution, is used to celebrate success in Revachol, especially in sports. The gesture is spread across the world, despite the defeat of the revolutionaries themselves. The lieutenant takes a little hop to perform the customary salutation. Your palm hurts from the slap. It's precise and down to the point.
I knew these guys were
Officer, let's keep our attention on the victim. We will perform a field autopsy and determine the cause of death. But before...
Slumped on the ground like that has not improved the way the corpse smells. The fall seems to have released something deep inside it.
It looks like I feel like taking a break from the stench. I'm sorry to interrupt the jubilations here. Just a little breather before we do the autopsy. Yes, the 4 phases of a murder scene. 1. Investigation of the scene. I'm satisfied with that part. The trash container, the prints, we've been thorough enough. 2. Initial examination of the victim. We were exhaustive in our efforts there. Good job. 3. Field autopsy. This will not be pleasant or easy, and it will have to be performed on the scene.
The fuck are they on about?
Cops are gonna cut his shit up next.
4 and final, transport of the coroner's case to the district morgue. I'll do that. God, it stinks.
Nemáme na bitvu někoho jiného, třeba doktora?
No, you and I are detectives. The honorary rank of detective signifies our ability to handle the entire incident chain. From crime scene to autopsy to cleanup, we do it all.
Čestná hodnost.
An honor and a burden attached to your rank. Mine is Lieutenant Detective, unfortunately. I can't tell you how tired I am of this corpse. With shooting like that? Of course you are. Your station would not have assigned you to this case otherwise. In the meantime, we should try to interview Evrard Clare, the leader of the Union. Harbor property was clearly used in the hanging. The harbor just east of here. Getting in might prove a challenge, though. I would also suggest we interview Joyce, the Wild Pines representative, But we've already done that, so good for us. One down, one to go. Yes. And those were the interviewees. Let's go.
Dobře, mrtvolu jsme dostali dolů. Takže teďka že bychom někoho ukecali. Jo, aha, tu nemůžeme. Dobře. Tak si pomůžeme asi tady. Budeš vést rozhovory se svým oblečením, rozhovory, které mohou změnit průběh vyšetřování, pokud tě předtím nezavřou do blaznice. Uvnitř vnitřního světa však budeš postrádat představivost a charakter. A pak budeš utvářet vesmír. Spíš možná nějakou retoriku si zkusíme dát. +1 empatie. Proč to nemůžu zkoumat? Odemknout. K otevření okénka je třeba odemknout nové okénko pro výzkum idei. A jak odemknu nové okénko pro výzkum idei? My jsme tohle mohli prozkoumat a získat pěkně empatii ještě. Ono, nejbližší ohledání hodil, k tomu musíme vyplnit formulář, který se skládá ze 3 částí. Tak si trošku poodstoupíme.
Yes? What do you want to know? You mean like a brief? Do you want me to brief you? 3 days ago, the RCM emergencies desk. During that time, the victim had been stripped of his belongings. The caller did not. They didn't identify themselves in any way. There's a strong prejudice against involving the RCM in what's seen as union matters. The Dock Workers Union is the de facto police in Martinez. Just to be clear, we are police officers. It's our job to find the killer. That's the case. Uncover and arrest the killer. Good.
Okay, odešleme teďka ty údaje o tom brnění. Kolik je? Budu to zabalit. Odešleme údaje o tom.
In the morning light, the white on blue police livery on the motor carriage cannot but catch your eye. Do something important? Something murder related? There's always something important. Doesn't mean you can't take. This is a Caprice Kanema. With its air-cooled, rear-mounted 12-cylinder compression ignition engine driving the. Inside, you see a set of steering levers, a radio microphone, a pull-out toolbox, and the soft glow of the fuel preheater gate.
This is Precinct 57. How may I assist you?
Tady je to číslo.
Officer, what's the number? And the make of the armor, if you know it.
Pohoda T500 SS.
Got it. I'll contact the ICP database immediately. Call back tomorrow. Hopefully they'll have dug up something useful by then.
Zítra. Aha.
No, and I doubt they'll get back to me before tomorrow morning. Anything else?
Okay.
57th, over and out.
In the cabin, you see a set of steering levers, a radio.
Jo, tak. Myslím, že pro dnešek máme zase toho dost. A pokračování bude někdy příště. A nevím kdy. Ale tak jsme kousíček s tím pohnuli. Dneska ne, že ne. Tak, tady ukládačka. A jdem to zabalit. Tak jo, přátelé. Disco Elysium, kousíček jsme s tím pohnuli, tady jsme si boostli HPčka i. Sundali jsme mrtvolu. Něco jsme se dozvěděli i o těch pašerácích, od té ženský na té lodi máme taky nějaké nové informace. Tak nás bude čekat asi pitva, potom pokecáme tam s těma, co jsou v té kantýně. Uvidíme, ale to už si necháme zase někdy na příště. Přátelé, tady to zabalím. Takže, jako vždycky, sledujte nadpis z vypnutého streamu, kdyby náhodou přišel nějaký day of week nebo nějaký pozdní stream, jakože možná zítra, pozítří něco přijde, protože já musím teďka trošičku něco dohánět z toho, jak jsem byl mimo. A Teďka prostě ještě jsem úplně jakože vyšťavený. Docela mi to vždycky ubírá hodně sil, když mám takovýhle ty příhodičky zdravotní s tou slinivkou, takže je možný, že to možná teďka nebudu pár dnů jakože úplně stíhat ty streamy. Ale kdyby náhodou, jako vždycky, nadpis vyvinutého streamu a tam budete vědět. Tak jo, pro to všechno. Já vám všem děkuji za návštěvu, přeju vám krásnou dobrou noc a u nějakého dalšího streamu zase. Ahoj.